The city sky bursts into a dazzling display of fireworks. Laughter echoes through the streets as people celebrate, their hearts full of dreams for the new year. But amidst this sea of joy, one person stands alone, untouched by the festive spirit. His name is Rafi. There's no smile on his face. For him, 2025 was the hardest year of his life. It was a year marked by failure at work, losses in his business, and the painful sting of heartbreak. As the countdown reaches its climax, he whispers to the bustling crowd, to no one in particular, "New Year? It's just another page on the calendar." Nothing really changes. As the crowds began to thin, Rafi's gaze fell upon an old man sitting by the roadside. He was surrounded by a few buckets of leftover flowers. His voice, though tired, was filled with an unwavering hope as he called out to the remaining passers-by. Most people simply ignored him, lost in their own celebrations. But the old man's smile never faltered. Intrigued, Rafi walked over. "Uncle," he began, his voice barely above a whisper, "everyone is celebrating the new year. Why are you still here, trying to sell these old flowers?" The old man looked up, his eyes crinkling at the corners as he offered Rafi a warm, genuine smile. "Son," he said, his voice gentle but firm, "life has taught me something important. The date on the calendar doesn't change your life. Your life only changes when you decide to change yourself. For me, a new year isn't just a party. It's a new chance, a fresh start. And I refuse to give up on that chance." The simplicity and power of those words struck Rafi like a bolt of lightning. They echoed in his mind, cutting through the noise of his despair. Life doesn't change with the calendar, it changes from within. That night, long after the last firework had faded, Rafi returned to his quiet apartment. The old man's words played over and over in his head. For the first time in a long time, a flicker of something other than sadness stirred within him. It was a spark of resolve. He stood in front of his mirror, looked at his own tired reflection, and made a promise. "I will not drown in my past failures," he declared to himself. "If I want it to be, 2026 can be the turning point of my life." He knew grand, vague resolutions would fail. This time had to be different. So he took out a pen and paper and set small, tangible, but powerful goals. First, wake up early and exercise every single day. No excuses. His body needed to be as strong as his mind was about to become. Second, spend at least 1 hour every day learning something new. A new skill, a new language, anything to expand his horizons. Third, and this was crucial, surround himself with positive, supportive people and cut out the negativity that had been dragging him down. And most importantly, the final promise he wrote in bold letters: never, ever stop chasing the dream that once set his soul on fire. This wasn't just a list. It was a contract with his future self. The journey of 2026 began, and let me tell you, it wasn't easy. The first few weeks were a battle. His alarm would go off in the cold, dark morning, and every fiber of his being would scream to stay in bed. There were days he felt exhausted, discouraged, and the familiar voice of self-doubt would creep back in, whispering, "See? Nothing's changing. Just give up." But every time that fear surfaced, he would close his eyes and hear the flower seller Jess's voice. Life doesn't change with the calendar. It changes from within. That memory became his anchor. He pushed himself out of bed. He read that extra chapter. He went for that run, even when it rained. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things started to shift. Step by step, small progress began to accumulate. The daily exercise gave him a surge of energy he hadn't felt in years. The hour of learning sharpened his mind and opened up new ideas. He reconnected with old positive friends and found that their optimism was contagious. The small wins started to build on each other, creating a powerful momentum. By the middle of 2026, Rafi's life was almost unrecognizable from where it had been just 6 months prior. He wasn't just doing his job anymore. He was excelling at it, bringing new ideas to the table with a newfound confidence. His superiors noticed. He earned a promotion. That side project he started, fueled by his daily learning, began to take off, bringing in a small but steady stream of extra income. But the biggest change wasn't external. It was the man he saw in the mirror. The defeated, joyless reflection was gone. In its place stood a man who was resilient, hopeful, and most importantly, a man who believed in himself again. He had rebuilt his confidence, brick by painful, deliberate brick. As 2026 drew to a close and the world once again prepared for fireworks and celebrations, Rafi took a quiet moment to reflect. He realized three profound truths that year. First, a new year isn't truly about the fireworks or the parties. It's about the spark of new hope you ignite within yourself. Second, failure is not the end of your story. It's never the final word. It's simply an opportunity to learn, reset, and start again, but this time with more wisdom. And finally, the most powerful lesson of all. True, lasting change never begins on the outside. It never comes from a date on a calendar, a change of scenery, or from other people. It always begins deep inside yourself. So, as we stand on the brink of a new year, I have a message for you. If you're watching this right now and feeling that same doubt that Rafi felt, if you feel stuck or believe that nothing will ever change, I want you to hear this loud and clear. This new year can be your new beginning too. The calendar page turning won't magically transform your life, but your decisions will. The choices you make today, tomorrow, and the day after those hold the real power. Even one small step taken today can completely transform who you become 1 year from now. Don't underestimate the power of a single decision to change your entire trajectory. Your success, your story, your happiness, your light, it's all in your hands. You are the author of your life's next chapter. So I say to you, Happy New Year. This isn't just another year. This is your year. Make it count. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like, and consider subscribing to the channel for more content to help you build your best life. We're on this journey together. See you in the next one.